Hey, my name is Coach Shika, and I am the founder and CEO of One More Step, which is a veteran focused purpose, vision, and relationship coach. Right. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys this morning before I listen. I'm all in my glory. I'm just, you know, my natural self before I go to yoga this morning. I wanted to come on and address real quick a question that many people want to know, and everyone is seeking for the answer to it. Why is it so hard to stay married in the military? That's it. Like, why is it so hard to stay married in the military? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you three reasons. Third reason, right? Out of the three reasons, we're gonna go work backwards. Three, two, one. The third reason, one of the reasons why it's hard to stay married in the military is because people forget, just like all relationships, what it was that brought that person together. After a while, we start getting complacent in our situations. When we get complacent in our situations, we start to take one another for granted. Right? So that's not just designated for the military. It's just life in general. You have to remember what it was that brought you and that person together. You have to continue to do those things. If at some point you were the person that wooed your significant other with gifts and flowers and things like that, once you guys get married, you can't stop doing that. You have to continue to do those things. Give flowers and all that, right? Continue to woo that person. All right, that's number three. Number two, the second reason why it's so hard to stay married in the military is because of the military culture. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of times in the military, the culture is it puts us in situations where we're separated from our spouses, right? This isn't like one of those things that, everybody go through. This is unique to the military. So I believe that the number two reason is because of the military culture. Now, granted, you cannot blame any type of failed relationship on the military culture as itself. You have to take the blame upon yourself and make sure that it's up to you to decide if you want to be victim to the culture of the military or if you're going to go above and beyond and do what everyone else doesn't do. And that's put in the work to make your relationship work. It's not going to be easy. Being married in the military is one of the hardest jobs that anybody will do in their life, right? I've seen people deploy, put themselves in harm's way just for the sake of not having to be at home. And I know that sounds crazy, and there are so many people that will not even admit to it. But I've seen people literally say, okay, I'm going to go on a deployment and we'll work it out when I get back. Why? Because for whatever reason, during that stage, they believe that all is forgiven. That's not always the case because eventually, all those things that you put off, you're going to have to deal with one way or the other. Okay? It's not all forgiven. You don't get a restart. If you done something or didn't do something or forgot what it means to be a spouse, it is not all forgiven just because you go to war. When you get home, those problems are still there, right? Let's make it home, all right? Everything else is easy, okay? So that's number two, making sure you don't fall victim to the culture of the military because it's not the responsibility of your marriage for the military to keep you together. It's up to you guys. The number one reason why it's so hard to stay married in the military, number one, guys, three, two, one, number one is because we're all human, period. That's it. We're all human. This is no different than anyone else in the civilian world. If you believe that the grass is greener on the other side, then guess what? Your marriage is not going to last. It has nothing to do with the military. Okay? You have to understand that what you have is unique to what you have. Anybody else that's out there and you're messing around with them, oh, baby, they're going to always make things look better than what it is. So it has nothing to do with the military. We're all human. The number one reason why it's hard to stay married in the military is because the people that's in the military are human beings just like everybody else. That's it. That's all. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no magic reason why people get divorced in the military. There's no magic reason. There's a whole bunch of reasons. You have communication issues. You have, lack of sex, whatever it is. Those are things that people go through anyway. So at the end of the day, the number one reason is because we're just all human. All right. So anyway, if you want to hear more answers to your questions, send me a shout out. Okay. Send me an email at one more step at yahoo.com. Like my website, www.onemore-step.com. Give me a shout out if you want to. Call 864 one more, 864 ONEMORE. Again, this is your girl Shika, and I am with One More Step, Purpose, Vision, and Relationship Coach, Veteran Focus. I'll talk to you guys later.